Matthias how?
I love this part. This is so cool. So, you have these abilities. You can foot, mouth, so talk, hand, touch, eye, look. Okay?
Database 7-25.
And I'm supposed to look for someone. And so this initial introduction forces me to do it. Because if I touch this, look at this. Look what's going to happen.
The rain must be interfering with the terminal. The screen is all staticky. Maybe a little kickstart would do it some good.
Right there. Look at that. It forces me to use kick. Introduces me to use kick.
There goes the static. For now, at least.
So it's like kick exists.
Please log in with your citizenship ID card to access this terminal. If you are visiting from off-world, please use...
See, now it's saying I can't use it yet. So, I have to talk to... I'll try talking to him. Force me to use the talk thing.
Hey. Hey.
You're not going to have any luck with him. Either they're totally spaced out from the juice withdrawal, or they're too weak to talk.
See, now it forces me to talk to this guy. Now I know I can double click to just redo the action.
Hi there. What are you doing out in the rain? You could catch pneumonia. Don't you know you should be indoors? It's a mining day.
So it's really interesting. The double click function is something unique to this game. I've never seen that in any other adventure games where you just double click to repeat the exact same action. Actually, I have seen that. It's actually very common. Yeah. More recently, old school adventure games didn't have that. It's a more recent thing. So I've introduced that to you by first, you're naturally just going to talk to the guy closest to you. He's going to be the wrong guy, and it says, hey, instead of going to the whole menu system, do the same thing on this guy by double clicking. One thing I didn't notice though is when you look at the rain, it's going and it stops. Going, stops. Everything stops when you open up the menu screen. It really is ingenious. Okay, so right now I'm supposed to go to the 4th floor. Here's the 4th floor. Here's the 5th floor. And if I go further up, I can go to the 6th floor, where I can gain access to the roof of the building. But they don't want me to allow me to do that yet. So they have these guys up here that will stop me from doing it.
Why don't you just...
If I go up high. If I just go up a little bit higher, just let me go up. Holy crap, go up. Up. Moron. Up. Look it.
Look out!
I die. Okay, this is really funny. Don't mind that scream, you know, that's the bug. But I'm like playing around with this lock, right? Like,
It needs a key.
It needs a key. And then I go, I kick it again.
It's not coming off. It's not coming.
Kick the gate. And then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna ask him. So the way you have to ask people, or the way you have to get people to do stuff, is you click on that person, and you do hand, and then you use that person on the object. So you're basically picking up that person and throwing them at the object by doing this.
Can you try to get that gate open?
Just shoot it open and let's get on with it.
See? So he's like getting really impatient because I'm just sitting here doing nothing, and there's just people following us, and he's scared shitless. And then I turn around and go, hey, can you get the gate open? He's like, just shoot it! So basically, the way you solve this puzzle, what I'm supposed to do to continue is shoot it. But instead of the game saying, hey, maybe you should shoot that, they just have the storyline say it. And it says by either me asking him and he tells me to shoot it, or if I just choose shoot from the very beginning. So I am positive that doing this is probably the funnest thing for like an indie game developer. someone who developed this game by themselves, right? Or just was really, really intimately involved in the entire process of developing the game. You know, with programming, with everything. Doing this must be really fun because they were around when they didn't even know what the character's going to look like. They possibly had no idea how to even make this character move, right? But now they do know. And so it must feel so good to like just do this. Watch the character you've been working on forever move around. You're like, wow, I made this happen. This person's moving because of me. That must feel so cool, don't you think? Like almost like making a baby. I created this. Yeah. I created that. Ah!
Hey, you.
You.
Come over here, under the camera.
Under the camera.
Do you know who I am?
I don't get this. No.
No.
Good. You have something on your sleeve that belongs to me.
What the fuck? Something on my
What are you?
sleeve.
Ow!
What are you? Ow!
Good seeing you, Charlie.
That is the most. So far, I've played this game. That what do you? Ow! Is the
Charlie?
most. Is the most emotional comment I've heard this entire game. Was that? What do you? Ow! Right there. That's the most emotional comment I've heard this whole game. This game is very dry and very sad and dreary and doesn't. It's not really humorous or in any way. Not a lot of emotion going on. You know. And then, this part is so weird.
Who forgot to reset the deflector shield again? Who is that? You, there, on level 5. Oh, Delta 6. It's me, the director, once again. If you could be so kind as to figure out why the elevators have stopped working on that level, that would be great. Could you do that for me? Please?
This part's so weird. Okay, so far in this entire game, this is another weird thing about this game that I want to figure out. So far, what's happened in this game, Gemini Rue, there hasn't been a lot of explanation as to what's actually happening. I know I'm on a planet. I know that space travel is possible, yet there has been no overt demonstration of the space travel. So it's just been alluded to through comments and through dialogue. And I'm looking for somebody. So it starts out with me being operated on, my memory being wiped in some medical lab, and then I appear on this planet with as this name Oziel, even though right now they're calling me Delta 6. Really weird. And so I was on that planet and looking for a man named Matthias Howard. Matthias Howard apparently is someone that I have killed a lot of people with, a really good friend of mine, but I haven't seen him for 100 years. And then I'm part of this police squad because there's this person orbiting around me named Nate Howard, I think. He's orbiting. Nate? No, he's not Nate. It's fine. Anyways, he's orbiting around me. And then, so I go. This Matthias Howard character doesn't. This Matthias Howard doesn't show up to the thing, and now to the meetup. So now I have to go find him. And so, anyways, the point that I want to get at is this is the first time in any point-and-click adventure game where you can manipulate with items like this.
Delta 6, just what are you doing?
It's cool how this thing is introducing it to me.
Don't tell me you've forgotten how to move a box now, have you?
This is like the tutorial, it's part of the actual...
Alright, this should be fairly easy to remember. Press A to move the box to your left.
I know. See, this is so This is, you could not do this back in the day of Adventure games, I don't think. I don't think you could do that. What I don't get is, that's all you have to do? It's so weird.
Thank you, Delta 6. I'll put in a word for you with the other instructors.
See, this is what's up. That whole thing, that whole occurrence has nothing to do with the storyline in this game. That was just strictly to teach me how to manipulate an object, like a box. Because the storyline is me chasing after... Right now the storyline is I'm trying to find this girl that took that thing from me, took some stuff from me. And suddenly I have to fix an elevator? Has nothing to do with the storyline. That's all, that's something, this specific thing was exclusively for, box. Well, there's so many places to go. Jeez. And then I somehow come back to this planet.